Hello and welcome, Flying Bruskev here. Today I'm gonna fly the third leg of this rum tasting tour, and it's gonna be from Rum Cay Island, where I didn't find the shipwreck. The island is named after in the 10 days I spent here, and now we are going to Santiago de Cuba. So I just resumed the tour, and the departure airport is called Newport Nelson, and the arrival Antonio Maceo International, Santiago de Cuba. What is interesting is that apparently we have Havana Center here. I don't know at all what kind of requirements I will have when coming here to Santiago de Cuba here. So when I'm in the air, I might contact them to get a feeling, what kind of if I need any assistance from them, and we'll see. So without further ado, let's start our aircraft. This is our route today. We'll depart and basically try to cross those airports on the way. I have a navlog prepared, so I'm gonna keep track here. We'll see how that goes. All right. Okay, those are on. Let's center our trims. Takeoff trim looking good. All right.
Clear prop.
Let's start it. Fuel pumps go on. Nice. Okay, this one's working. I am not gonna use map if I can avoid that, but I need to set my timer there to maybe reset ones that I have. Good. Alright, the elevation of this airport should be some 8 feet or 9 feet or something. So let's change that. Believe that we are there, about right. I'll check flight controls while still here on the ground, on the apron. Alright, looking good. We're transmitting on Unicom. We have the altimeter set up. Yeah, I don't need a flight plan. Okay, we resumed that, so now we go to Santiago de Cuba airport, and let's see what the winds are. Do we have any windsock around here? Let's see. Today it appears that we're gonna fly alone. So it's what it is. Okay, we don't have any windsock, so I am gonna rely on the information that little navmap says, and it says that the winds are coming from 110 at 12 knots. So I'm gonna depart. I need to taxi back this runway. So first of all, let's just do a quick run up of the engine with full mixture, of course. A bit more. Thereabout. Let's check the magnetos. This looks good. The other pair. Looks good. Right. Feathering of the props. RPM goes down. Very good. Let's go idle. Engines keep running. Nice. Okay. Newport Nelson traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo entering runway 09er and backtracking runway 09er. Newport Nelson. So I'm gonna turn on strobe lights. Yep. Let's backtrack this runway so we can take off into the wind. Just keep on one side of this runway. And we can afford to go a little bit faster. Not a problem there. Today I'm actually gonna use the autopilot because it's like 1 hour and 30 minutes flight. The heading will go to runway heading about there. Alright, slow down. Alright. Newport Nelson traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo Twin Cessna, taking off runway 09er, straight out departure, will be turning south. Newport Nelson. So, full throttle, landing lights can go on. Everything seems to be correct. Let's go. Knots. Rotate. Oh, there is a windsock. Positive rate, so we go gear up. Let's try to maintain around to 109 knots or 105 knots initially. Let's pitch up. Okay. Okay, we're high enough, so I'll just reduce power to reduce the wear and tear on the engines. And we can transfer to normal cruise climb. So a little bit higher, and then we'll turn right. Our first initial heading is basically 209-215 from the airport. Okay. Let's climb a little bit higher. Actually, I'll turn left to intercept the airport and to fly the heading from there. Newport Nelson traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, leaving the pattern at 1,500 feet. We'll be overflying the airport and continue south, Newport Nelson. Okay, so let's keep climbing, reduce mixture to get the maximum power. Landing lights can go off, I don't need them. The fuel pumps can go off as well. I'm gonna start the timer when I'm overflying that field. First initial magnetic heading will then be 209er. So let's set it, let's configure that. It's about there. So let's make it so that we cross the runway, cross the airport on that heading. So keep increasing power. A little bit low on mixture. Okay, I believe that almost there, so it doesn't need to be completely precise. So let's just turn. And let's go. A little bit of right rudder trim to keep from yawing and banking. Right, we're kind of over the field, so I'm gonna start my timer. There we go. Just check, we started at 5 minutes. A little bit of oscillating there. All right. Okay, let's see what autopilot can do for us. So we enable heading mode. And let's reduce the vertical speed a bit. So we can pick up the airspeed. Okay, 5,000 feet, so right about there, I reckon. This little gauge is marked what you should set for a climb, takeoff and climb. You should lean by that, based on the altitude. Of course, here I want to have a standard setting, so I can read out the pressure altitude. Okay, airspeed is about 120, so the vertical speed climb is good. So lean that. Right, so we should still climb around 11 minutes, and then we, after reaching top of climb, I'll just transition to a 215. Hopefully that will work out just fine. Remember the first, put it here. First fix is Rum Cay Airport, so this island here. It's not too far off. Okay, throttles are at maximum right now. Engine's looking good. The left one is a little bit hotter than the right one. The cylinders are fine, everything's fine. Good. So we're above 6,000 feet, so I'll just put it to 75 power. Actually, let's keep it there on the maximum brake horsepower. Okay, let's increase that to 900 feet per minute. We have that extra speed we can use to transfer to climb power instead. Yeah, we can do 72 at max, so let's try to put it there. I see the island, like so it's very wide. So in general, we are heading fine. And let's see where that Havana Center actually starts. Okay, closer. So I should have this on my flight plan. I should come along there. Let's see. Actually, would it be this one? Okay, let me check on little nav map where I have the plan as well. Yes, there are islands there. So basically, there's where there's the last Bahama, airport in Bahama, but this have an FIR. So that's about it. So we'll contact them a little bit sooner to see if they've been on only shortly, so I believe that they might even stay. Let's see. Right, our airspeed is dropping, so let's just reduce that vertical speed a little bit. Let's see if we can squeeze a little bit of power, 64 knots. Then we have just lost 1,000 feet to climb. Okay, outside air temperature is dropping, so let's put some heating, not defrost, but temperature control, cabin air and forward cabin air, and just heat that air a little bit. Because as you can see, passengers, I believe, cabin is cool and getting colder, so they don't like that. So let's put it a little bit more comfortable for them. Okay, let's reduce that vertical speed or 500 feet per minute. And I'll already tune in this Havana Center, so it's 124.55. Okay. Oh. Let's switch my controls. So 124.55, so let's put 55 and 124. Top of climb, so we'll transfer to a heading of 215. We reached that in about, well, 9 minutes from our airport, but we were already higher, so I'll just use the combined figure. If I bring this up, just use 11 plus 3, that should put us over there, so let's say 14 minutes, so 5 more minutes to be over the airport. Let's verify we are at the correct place, at least roughly. Yeah, so it has this shape with a little bit of thing here. So I believe that the airport is actually... No, it should be, let's say, maybe there. Let's orientate a little bit. So this one here will be this one there. The airport is to the left of it, so about someplace there. Let's see if we hit that or not. And now it's a good time to actually find out what kind of power settings we need to use, or what kind of airspeed we need to have in order to maintain the 183 true airspeed that I calculated my performance on. So I'm gonna go and let's check. So outside air temperature, it shows about 7 degrees. Due to the
American 2163 Havana Center, good day, set squad 0344, 0344.
Squawk 0344, American 2163.
But due to the RAM, like I need to reduce something to get the true air temperature or outside air temperature, so it's around 0 actually, or around 2 degrees. Our pressure altitude is 10,500.
Wind 220 degrees 7 knots, UNH 1014, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
So
Copy the
let's
wind, cleared for takeoff.
line up,
runway
temperature
24,
0 with
014,
pressure altitude
20.
10,500, right about there. So in order to fly 183, I need to fly 155 indicated, or 156. So a little bit more. So throttles are at maximum, so let's just increase the propeller RPM a little bit. Maybe it'll give us something. So I just virtually sit on the other side, so I can look for the airport. And what runways does it have? Okay, it's gonna be like this, so this should be the airport, if I'm not mistaken, looks like it. Yeah, I believe this is it. It should be there in 14 minutes and something. We might be there a little bit earlier, but it's about right, I think. And then we'll turn heading 221 to reach the next one. All right. Speed is 154, so we are going like 2 knots slower. Shouldn't be an issue actually. That's fine.
I'll proceed. Stand by. I'll be back in a minute.
Copy that.
Right, I believe that might be a good time, 14 minutes exactly, so I'll just reset the timer. Turn 2 to 1. And let's just make a note that it took us 14.0. Quite spot on, I would say. So let's now 23 minutes, 70 miles to hit the next one. And the next one is already the one there. So let's say that we are flying 69 miles. So maybe last 10 miles or so, we will be entering the Havana FIR. I would say that 20 miles before that, we should like be in contact with them. So if it takes 23 minutes for us to reach 70 miles or 50 miles, that's 5/7 of those, around 15 minutes. 15 minutes and something on the clock here, and we should be contacting Havana Center. Just to ask if we actually need anything there. And the airport, we are coming to Antonio Maceo International Airport. Alright, a little bit of quiet time, so just to catch up on something.
Back online, Caribbean 221. Radar contact climbing to 7000. Continue climbing 330.
Okay, Roger, climb back to Santiago 330, Caribbean 221.
American 881, Illinois airspace, frequency change approved, have a nice day.
Frequency change is approved for American 881, thank you very much for service, bye bye.
Okay, we're 4 minutes from contacting the Havana control. Still online. Alright, so we're getting closer. I can see some land in the distance here, so I believe that we are at the correct place. So let's try to speak to them. Havana Center, this is Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo with VFR request.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo copy, sir. You are identified. Maintain visual.
Okay, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo. I'm flying to Maceo International. Is there any special requirements of me that you need to give me? I'm at 10,500 feet, about 20 miles north of Duncantown.
Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo copy, sir. No problem. Maintain visual. Proceed at your discretion. Santiago Maceo International is reporting wind 230 degrees 8 knots, QNH 1013, active runway 28.
Alright, thank you for the QNH of 1013 at Santiago de Cuba for Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, and I will remain visual, of course.
Right, sir.
Alright, so it seems that there is no special requirement of me. If I check this field here, it seems that it's a towered field, so we might need some there's some airspace probably, so we might need something to enter there. So when we are closer, we'll contact them, I guess. There's also another airspace around, so let's try to work out the altitude of it. No, I cannot find any altitude. Ah, there it is. Flight level 165 to surface. So I'll actually pull up the airspaces on Little Nav map to see what's it about. And Charlie, no, class Delta, okay. Okay, so it's class Echo. It's a class Echo airspace, so maybe okay, Santiago TMA. So probably we need to talk to them in some manner or other. And then the airport itself is class Delta. But of course this is kind of different classification and rules than in the US. So I'll just continue. I'm on their frequency, so hopefully they'll be able to tell me if there is anything I need to do. Okay, I'm looking where the airport should be, and it should be there on that little island, and it seems that we're gonna hit it quite well actually. Time-wise, we might be a little bit longer because we are doing like 2 or 3 knots below our target speed. So for flying 20 minutes, 3 knots below, that is as we would fly 1 hour, like 1 knot below. So that's okay, it's not that much, it's just 1 nautical mile difference and should cover that pretty quickly. Yeah, if we are flying 20 minutes with a speed 3 knots, then it's on those 20 minutes it's 1 nautical mile. So we might be just 1 nautical mile short at exactly 23 minutes, which is at this altitude pretty much over the field. We'll see how that goes. Okay, 2 more minutes. I believe I might be seeing Cuba right there on the horizon. Or Cuba in English. Okay, 23 minutes, and as you can see, we are almost there. Almost there. So let's just check what's our next heading will be. 1904. Let's cheat a bit. Yeah, we can look there. If I can turn 194 already, it's about there. And let's, yeah, we are over the airport, so let's reset the timer at 23:35. So I'll just type 23.6 maybe, thereabout. And now 22 minutes more, and now we are within the FIR of Havana. Let's see if we can take some outside pictures. This looks nice, looks very nice. Maybe let's take a picture like this. This looks good. Nice. Then off we go. Our tube of descent was calculated just after this, well, inland.
Havana Center, November 4-3 X-ray Sierra, radio check.
And let's see if what other
November
aircraft
43
we
X-ray
have.
Sierra with you 5.
Yes, as I said, we are within.
American 2163, radar service terminated, monitor Unicom 122 Decimal 8. American 2163, Havana.
All right. There is something there. Wonder what that is. Interesting.
And Havana Center, November 4-3 X-ray Sierra, requesting VFR to the north.
November 4-3 X-ray Sierra, copy, visual approved. Active runway 24, wind 190, 8 knots, QNH 1013.
Roger that. Can you confirm that the active runway is 24, you said?
Copy, standby. November 4 X-ray Sierra, at the moment runway 06 is active, wind 190 degrees, 8 knots.
Roger that. 06 is active. And did you say we were approved for that VFR?
That's correct, sir. Flight plan approved. Taxi via Alpha to runway 06.
Roger that.
Okay, so if I check the weather at the Antonio Maceo International.
Caribbean 211, Caribbean 221, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Have a nice day.
Copy that, 6212.8, bye-bye.
Can actually also use runway 19er, so 19er or 28. So both are good for me, I guess. Winds from 230 approximately, so that means a right crosswind. Yeah, I can do that. Let me check if I can find out what's the approximate magnetic variation in this area. So I'll just use here some figure. And let's try to work out the spread. On the tag chart it might be okay, so this is 6
Center,
west.
mind if we take this right? We're not going to need the whole runway to take off.
6 west, 7 west, so this is like half a degree.
43 X-ray Sierra, sir, you are now like taxiing for runway 24 right now. Yeah, runway 06 is the other way, no problem. Runway 24 is also available if you want to take for the wind.
Okay, it's not depicted here.
So if I take
So
this right turn
like
right here, it'll put me in the direction of 24?
It's like a whole degree, and we are
Yes, sir, you may continue taxi
1, 2, 3, 4.
to the runway. Wind is 190 degrees right now, so you are able to take off from runway 24 if you want it.
Yeah, sure, we'll take 24.
Okay, so it's about 10 west, so that means that the wind is actually 240. In that case, runway 28 might be a better option, slightly better option. But
And we are holding short of 24 Havana Center.
43 X-ray Sierra, copy, clear for departure, QNH 1013.
okay.
Can you repeat the last part of that transmission for us?
November 43 X-ray Sierra, clear for departure, route QNH 1013.
We are clear for departure for 2 X-ray Sierra.
Right.
Right, engine still running smoothly. No problems there. I hope passengers are comfortable now. Yes, cabin is comfortable and steady. Very good. That's what I like to see. And we are approaching the coastline. And the coastline we should approach. Hopefully we'll hit this little bay here on the right side. So it's not visible yet from this distance, but we still have 10 minutes to go there, so Still some time. Okay, there are some clouds over the island. Need to stay clear of them, of course. So we'll try our best to do so. And in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna call Havana Control, telling them that we are about to enter the TMA, and ask them maybe if that means anything to us or not. So sit back and relax for another 5 minutes. Okay, so let's check what it says here. So, on the right side, I should be seeing some kind of... That's probably it, so I might be off course. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit off course, so I should be there. I think. Or should I? Might be a different one. No, this looks like a river. Okay, now there it is. I'm actually on course. There will be the one. And I'm about to enter the TMA, so let's try. Are they still online? No, they went offline. So that's about it. No information provided at all. Let's refresh this. Let's see, and sure enough, they are gone. So, okay, no speaking to them anymore. Let's switch back to Unicom. This might be the airport. Guardalavacca. Guardalavacca. It's a mouthful for me. Guardalavacca. Okay. So we should be arriving there at 22 minutes. Still 2 minutes to go. Looks about right. Actually 2 minutes, almost exactly. So next one will be 184. Let's go 184. Let's reset it. 22 minutes and 5 seconds. So next, our fix should take us next to that big chunk of water there. And in the middle of some, looks like there should be some mountains around, or hills around the plateau. And it's called Parque Nacional La Mensura. So some some national park. I believe it's gonna be that one. So. More clouds to the right, so we are lucky on the weather. Right, so when we hit 8 minutes and something, I'll initiate descent, just very mild 500 feet per minute descent. We'll try to keep the speed at 170 indicated, because that's what I told the calculator to use, and that's what they calculated with here. You can see that we have like a true airspeed rises by 20 knots, and that's quite normal because our indicated should go to 170. If we compare that, we still have the kind of same pressure and same kind of temperature. So if I go here and if I fly 170 indicated, then indeed it will fly to 20, maybe 2000 something knots through airspeed. So that's where it comes from, that the true airspeed here initially is 203. When we go a little bit lower, then it starts getting lower because we are at a lower altitude, obviously, at that point. And that will also slow us down regarding the ground speed. So I'll try to keep my rate of descent in a way that it keeps 500 feet. Again, use autopilot for that because I don't use autopilot much, so at least on this flight I'll try to get familiar with it and how to operate it so I can achieve what I normally achieve by hand flying the airplane. So it's actually before we hit the national park, a little bit before, 8.2 minutes. That's about 8 minutes 12 seconds, so let's put it on 8:15. I'll already set the altitude down because it doesn't descend, it doesn't initiate the descent immediately. I need to initiate that. So let's put it to, let's check the elevation of the field. It's gonna be close to 0. Okay, 250 feet. So let's say that altitude at 2000 is quite good enough. And when it's time, I'll arm the altitude, and it will start and raise the vertical speed, so it starts descending. Some clouds there, and if not mistaken, our path might actually take us there. So let's see what we can fly, if we'll need to alter something, or we might need to lock our descent a little bit to stay above those. We'll see how that works. Okay, we're coming up on 8 minutes 15 seconds. Guess I can already do that now. So let's arm the approach, and let's actually configure 500 feet per minute. I'll let the aircraft accelerate a little and then try to manipulate the throttle to stay on that speed. If I were hand flying this, it would be a slightly different approach, because I would obviously trim for 170 and then just adjust the power in order to reach the 500 feet descent rate. So it's kind of different when it's set on autopilot. Okay, that's about it. Let's just reduce it a little bit, because maybe it needs to go. It needs to have some power. If I start accelerating too much, then I'll add power again. That's about it. I did not reset my timer, so I'll just do the overall figure on the user fix at 11 or almost 12 minutes. And this should be this plateau, I think. So probably that portion here is what we're looking for. Okay, speed is getting higher, so let's just reduce. Yeah, this will be it. Then we'll turn right to 236. So let's take some external picture, because we can. Actually. Speed 170. if we can start turning to 236. Our timer 11:35. So let's put it here. That's 11.6, roughly speaking. And then our next, check the speed is 170. Our next visual reporting point is this lake. It's gonna be this one. You can see some haze. There's where Santiago de Chile should, sorry, Santiago de Cuba should lie. And that's where we expect to get our Santiago de Cuba rum. It's best on this rum tasting tour. Of course, I will be tasting on the local rums. So it's time for a Cuban one. Alright, it should take me only 4 minutes to get to the lake. Then we'll turn left again. It's not visible on this map, but there should kind of be a road that this should be kind of parallel to that road, and then it will lead us to Santiago de Cuba. Okay, so I can see through those clouds, so I'll just consider them non-event. Speed getting higher, of course, because I haven't reduced power for quite a while. So let's reduce it. Can also reduce our RPM a little bit. Then when reaching that, the heading will be 199er. His speed's still a little bit higher, so let's reduce to 19 inches of manifold pressure. Where exactly over water we want to be, it's not that important, I guess. So 7,500 feet, still descending. Okay, let's turn 199er. Reset timer at 340. That is 3.7. Right, where are we going? Right in through cloud. So let's go slightly to the right. Then we'll come back. They 37 seconds, 38 seconds, so let's see, maybe fly a minute like this or so. Let's watch that cloud lest some aircraft just pops out of it. We know there is nothing around us, but in real life I wouldn't know. Would probably not have time to dodge them anyway. Right, that's 140, so we've been flying 1 minute like this. Can we turn back? I believe we can. So let's turn back to 199er. This lag is just short of 6 minutes. This town should be Palma Soriana, something like that. As soon as practical, I will turn left 30 degrees to kind of try to recapture my original path. Having dodged that cloud. And I believe, no, that's not right. Actually, looking at my map, it's actually slightly good that we, this is the city that we are seeing now. We are on the right of it. Actually, it's a good thing to be here because there are some hills here, and if we are descending, you can see those hills there. So maybe the prudent thing to do would be to actually fly here. And that should actually take us on the road that then follows through the mountains or something, or through the hills. So let's actually fly here, because we need to get there. Let's check the weather. What it should be. Scattered 2,000 feet, alright. Visibility 9,000 meters. Winds are still 230, so that's 240. And that meter is actually 1 hour long, 1 hour old. So probably not a good indication in any case. Our next fix is if we take this over, there should be another small, there should be a road and another small body of water, and that should be our fix. So let's turn 30 degrees. Yes, we see that it's alright to do so here. I believe this is the one, and from there we should basically turn left or behind the mountains, and there should be Santiago de Chile right about there. I do hope that this is not a haze that should not be there, but we might need to wait for the update of the meter that should come in about 2 minutes or something. And in here on this side it might be like 5 minutes still until that shows. So let's see, time 5 minutes something. This is actually our reporting point, so let's now adjust the heading to fly to that, and when we are there should kind of make our way behind those mountains there, or not mountains, hills at this point. Yeah, a lot of haze. I'm wondering if we'll be able to land normally, or if we cheat a little bit and transfer to IFR. Well, just for the sake of it, let's see if we have any procedures. So for that I actually need to set a flight plan. So that was MYRP, I believe, Newport Nelson, yes. Destination is MUCU. Yes. And that's back And let's see if we have any procedures at MUCU. Okay, we have procedures. I don't have plates for it, but I guess RNF would actually work. Alright, let's go back. Where's the... back here. Alright. I should concentrate on flying, shouldn't I? Actually descending right into the mountains. So, here is the road that I should follow. So let's disconnect the autopilot and actually give it a little bit more bank. I'm flying too fast for that. So never ever do that in a real aircraft, flying this fast. It's such a high degree bank of turn.
Hello?
Hello, Klaus. How are you?
Just give me 5 seconds. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, now I hear you.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you? Are you drunk flying by yourself?
Yeah, I'm flying by myself.
You're almost at your destination, I can see.
Yes, and it's a little bit of complication.
Yeah, I was expected you were landed by now.
Why? It's 1 hour
What?
and a half that it should take. Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you know, I started, you know, preparing aircraft at quarter past 6. So
So what was the complication?
can't you see the complication?
Oh.
No.
Oh, are you streaming or?
Yes. But on Twitch.
Oh, I had you open from last time. Let's see. Refresh. Oh.
So you see the complication.
Yeah.
I actually can see the ground, and I'm waiting what the latest METAR says, because just waiting for this to update. It's still the old one that doesn't look like there should be any haze. But you know, it has an RNF approach, so I guess I can transition to IFR if needs be.
Is the haze all the way to the ground, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's there. So waiting for this to get updated, hopefully. For now, I'm staying higher. This is the field of my nose, and this is Santiago de Cuba, or Cuba town, and some mountains around. Next time I'm gonna fly along those mountains first, there to the west.
See.
Okay, refresh. Oh, still nothing. Just to... They have one... Okay, past 3 hours. 18:50, so... Was it actually 1 hour ago? It's 21. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is 1 hour ago. Now it's actually... Yeah, I can't count. Yeah, this is 1 hour ago. Right, so well, I can basically see the runway, so I guess I don't need the approach. And having been caught off guard by this weather, I completely forgot to do my calls, but there is nobody around, so...
Yeah, happens.
Hey, believe it or not, there was a Havana Center online a while back. And then they disconnected, but I actually flew flew into their FIR space, talking to them, but they didn't, you know, just told me maintain VFR and that was it. Well, they gave me a QNH for Havana, so that's good. It's a standard pressure. Still nothing. Okay. Let's do some non-standard approach then. I can either runway 28 or there's runway 19er. It looks more fun. So which one will take? I guess 19er it is. Santiago de Cuba traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, Twin Cessna. I'm about 3 miles southeast of the field at 2,000 feet. We'll be entering left downwind for runway 19er. Santiago de Cuba.
Why is 19er more fun?
Oh, it's close. It's shorter.
Oh. And a crosswind, I guess.
It's a crosswind for both of them, for both runways. Antonio Maceo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, entering left downwind runway 19er. Maceo. Okay, it's gonna be fun. There's some hill there. Okay, this is a sloppy pattern. Let's kill it. Antonio Maceo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, turning final runway 19er. Full stop landing, Maceo. Oh yeah. So, crosswind from the right. It's gonna be okay.
Very nice.
Wasn't that bad. Looked as it would be. It's gonna be worse, but I can take this. All right. Antonio Maceo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo vacated runway 19er, taxiing to parking, Maceo. I believe the parking is something there, and for that I'll just take my little nav map to tell me if I'm at the parking spot. Oh, there is aircraft there. That's you?
Yep.
Oh. Alright.
How much was the wind?
The wind
How
is
many
now,
knots?
well, 16 knots
16?
from 240.
Okay. I think that's good
Let's say with
crosswind to practice some landings then.
We still have old meter. Maybe the airport is closed or something, but I don't know why that would be. All right, let's shut it down. Yeah, I left the heating on. Passengers must be quite hot by this time. Let's see. Oh, comfortable. That's good. Okay, landing lights off, strobe lights off. Fuel pumps. Okay. There we are. Fuel pumps off. Okay, that's not how you shut down engine. There we go. So thank you for flying Air Broskev. We are here at Santiago de Cuba, and we're gonna have some fun drinking rum. And see you next time.
So you did